know, but Bill worked really hard to write and record all this. The least we can do is listen to it.
I like the theme just the way it is. Music, no words.
But it might be great.
Talking, the folks around here do some talking. Turn on your set and you'll see the best entertainment. All live for an hour every weekday, 3 o'clock. And oh, Buffalo loves what we're doing. Talking, we're airing our land in public. Turn on your set and see. Turn on your set right now. Find out what's happening on the Buffalo Bill Show. Buffalo is a land of opportunities. Bill's the man who creates them. Talking, the folks around here do some talking. Turn on your set and you'll see the latest tips about cooking. Girls, girls, girls who are good looking and of course. Talking, talking, talking.
Clearly, the theme doesn't need any lyrics.
Good, we'll tell Bill that.
Wouldn't it be fun to tell Bill the truth? That we can't use it because the words that he wrote are awful and because his singing is just awful?
You want to be the one to tell him that?
No.
You know, when I was listening to it, I couldn't help envying those tribesmen in South Mozambique whose ears have been cut off as a puberty offering. I thought, how lucky, how very lucky they are.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Look, I put these together for Solomon Sigourney's segment.
Oh, that's the toxic waste guy. He's a guest on the show today. I think I saw him in the parking lot. He was all aglow.
That's nuclear. No, nuclear, Jojo. Toxic waste is an entirely different ballgame. You'd know that if you'd read Dr. Sigourney's book, Toxic Waste, Time Bomb to Disaster.
Oh, that's one of those books you just never get a chance to read.
I set these up for the camera. Looks like my apartment.
Miss Killian, Dr. Sigourney showed up.
Solomon Sigourney is here.
He brought his own coffee. What'd you think of Bill's tapes?
Infectious.
Yeah, aren't they?
Well, I'm going to go meet and greet Dr. Sigourney, and then I'm going to tell Bill that I think he should meet and greet Dr. Sigourney, too, before the show.
Wendy, Bill doesn't like to meet and greet. That involves kindness.
Someday you'll all get to see the real Bill Bittinger.
I pray I'm no longer alive when that day comes.
You mean the booth, Carl?
Yeah, I'll be up in a bit. I want to listen to some Mozart, cleanse my auditory system.
Okay, well, don't fall asleep. Show starts in 10 minutes.
Jojo, hey, come here a minute. I want to show you something.
Not now, Bill. I'm on my way to the
One
booth.
second. Take 1 second. Come here, please.
I'm a little bit claustrophobic.
Yeah, just one. Listen, I'd like for you to meet a friend of mine, okay? Mr. Burt Reynolds. Huh?
No!
Burt, this is Jojo.
Oh, my gosh.
Guess what, honey? That isn't him. You look exactly like him.
It's
huh?
not.
I met him today in the car wash.
Hello, my name is Oliver Prostasov.
Jojo.
Jojo White.
Yeah.
Amazing resemblance.
Yeah.
Scary, isn't it? But I'd rather look like Burt Reynolds and Debbie Reynolds.
Yeah, and funny too. I'm gonna put him on the show today. You know, he's Burt.
Uh-huh.
And I get paid.
Yeah,
Great.
well, that depends on how it goes. But no, man, I'm gonna pay you. Come on. Well, listen, we got about, 10 minutes to go. Why don't you just sit down and get a Perrier or something?
You like a drink, Jojo?
No, she didn't anything. Easy. Watch. Walk the whole thing. It's incredible.
Does Carl know about this?
Carl?
I don't think there's enough time for another interview on today's show.
No, baby, I'm not gonna interview him. He's just gonna come out as a surprise and then leave.
You mean you're not going to tell anybody that it's a fake?
No, that would spoil the illusion. What?
Bill, I think that's illegal.
It's not illegal. It's immoral, maybe. But
Yeah, if it's immoral, you'd be the first to know, right?
absolutely.
10 minutes there, Mr. Bittinger.
Thanks, Woody. Oh, Woody, listen. I want you to meet a friend of mine, okay?
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Woody Dessler.
Man of wood. Do you know who you just shook hands with?
Who?
This is Burt Reynolds.
Huh?
Burt Reynolds.
Oh, no, it couldn't be. Burt Reynolds is taller. I'm sure of it. I see all these movies. I'm a big fan.
No, man, trust me. This is Burt Reynolds. Say hi, Mr. Reynolds.
Well, hi, Mr. Reynolds. I'm sorry. You just look so different in your many wonderful, wonderful movies.
Taller?
Yes, taller, of course, but different. I mean, very different. Bill, the mustache is different. And his cheeks, his chin. It's just not him. The eyes are wrong. Bert's eyes are deeper. And the hair, it doesn't even look like a toupee. It's just not him, Bill.
Okay.
I mean, look at the nose.
All right.
You know. And what about the ears?
Okay,
I mean, will you take a look at the ears?
Woody, it's not him, okay?
I'm Oliver.
What do you...
Someone who looks exactly like him, that's all.
Not to me.
Okay, so you're unstoppable. Congratulations.
Thanks, Mr. Booth.
Oh, Woody, listen. Wendy, hey, listen, I'd like you to meet a real good friend of mine.
Oliver.
Thanks again. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Woody, wait a minute. Where are you going? Take Oliver with you. Keep him backstage. When I give the signal, then he comes out, all right?
Right.
What's the signal?
Well, I'll just make up something that means nothing at all. Something like a bird in the hand is worth two in the... I'll say, well, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, just like that, and then you come out on stage, okay? Bird in the hand is... Every move. Incredible, isn't it?
Excuse me, Bill.
Yeah.
But as you know, toxic waste is one of the most crucial issues of our time.
This is true.
And Dr. Solomon Sigourney, who wrote this book, is a genius.
Yeah?
So I thought that even though it is against your policy, you could meet him, greet him just for a minute before the show.
Meet and greet a guest?
Well, it's a matter of conscience, Bill. And I think if you talk to him now, the interview could really have some depth.
Sounds like this is pretty meaningful to you.
Well, it's all in the book.
What book?
This book. I left a copy for you last week and asked that you read it.
Yeah, I did. I skimmed it, yeah.
Oh, you can't skim a book like this.
Honey, I tell you what, I really appreciate these tips on how to run a talk show, but for today, I'll just wing it, okay? All right?
I've been staring, Mr. Bittinger.
Yeah, thanks,
Oh,
Woody.
look, well, will you at least let me bring in Dr. Sigourney just to say a quick hello to you, to establish a rapport?
Wait.
Okay?
Let me just... I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll sit right down here and glom the picture for 4 minutes and 20 seconds, okay? Just right into the eye.
Okay.
Folks around here, there's some talking.
Gosh, I'm all on Twitter. I feel like this is my whole raison d'etre for working on the Buffalo Bill show. Maybe even for being alive. I mean, alerting the public to toxic waste is one of the most crucial issues of our time. Maybe of all time.
Gee, Wendy, now I'm all of Twitter.
Here it comes.
So let's give a warm Buffalo greeting to Mr. Solomon Sigourney.
Dr. Solomon Sigourney.
How are you? Good to see you. Honored to meet you. Sit right down here. Okay, the chart's here, a little book. So tell me, what's new on the toxic waste front?
Plenty, Mr. Bittinger. For example, right here in the northeastern United States, there are enough chemicals and enough of the lakes dumped there illegally by greedy corporations every day to poison not only the next generation, but for the next 2,000 years, thereby
Certainly you don't
turning
mean
back
weekends,
the ecological timetable. As you can
because I
see
know-
right here on
I know
this
they're closed
chart,
on weekends.
in terms of plants and insects and, of course, human beings. You see, the human body has a very delicate balance of its own chemicals. And when this balance is thrown off, we must avoid all the toxins.
Excuse me, please, okay? Yeah, it is the Buffalo Bill show. For a minute there, I was beginning to wonder. No, but seriously, let's look at the other side of this issue for a while, because I think most of the public is a little tired of these scare stories, you know. And so why don't we look at the other side of the issue?
What other side?
Well, come on, you're telling me there's no redeeming qualities in toxic waste? I mean, not a single one?
No.
Well, call me a romantic, but I find that hard to believe.
Toxic waste is the most dangerous threat to mankind that we have ever faced.
Ah. Well, now, would that include the pecan pie that they serve in the commissary? Isn't a fact that the real reason you're on this show is to sell this book of yours? I mean, this is your book. Is it Solomon Sigourney? That is you, isn't it? There's not another Solomon Sigourney that I know of. Do you know, ever heard of one? Or no? This is certainly a good likeness of you on the back. That's funny. I just realized you probably hear this all the time. You look exactly like Kermit the Frog. Huh?
No, I don't hear that often.
No? How often, actually? Well, that's not important. No. To get serious here for a second. Do you mind if I call you Saul?
No.
I've read your charts and your little book here, and it reminds me of the old cliche, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. I don't know whether that makes any sense to you or not, but a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Wait a minute! I don't believe this! Look at this! Hey, Burt Reynolds!
Give me a close-up one in Denny.
I don't believe that! The best, man!
Bill knows Burt Reynolds.
It's a Burt Reynolds-look-a-like.
They're gonna tell me if they're gonna do something like this.
When somebody comes by to just say hi, not to sell a book or push anything, but cash in on anybody's, hardships, but just to say hi. I can't thank you enough, man. Really. Gotta go, buddy. Okay. All right, take it easy. Boom. You see that, huh? We're gonna pause now for these words from the nice people who sponsor Buffalo Bill,
okay? Please turn the light off.
Wendy,
Yes?
what's wrong?
Oh, please, leave me alone, Mr. Shub.
All right. Could I stay in my office?
I wish you wouldn't.
Wendy, I have a lot of things I should be doing in here. I could work very quietly.
Can't you take the work someplace else?
Yeah. I suppose so. Say, Wendy, what if you used another office? Would that be difficult for you?
Yes, it would, Mr. Shub. I'm crying.
Yeah, I thought you were. Well, look, Bill isn't in his dressing room now.
He keeps it locked when he's on the air.
He does, doesn't he? Well, what if we went down the hall?
Oh, I don't want to go anyplace else. I just want to stay here and die.
Well, there you are, Wendy. If you stayed under my desk for the full work week even, without any food, I think it's highly unlikely that you would die. I think it's highly unlikely. Oh, dear. Dear.
How could he have done that to me?
Because he's mean, he's bad, he's horrible.
I always thought he was so nice. I just only misunderstood.
I think it's Dr. Pepper.
He made fun of wonderful Solomon Sigourney.
Yeah.
And now I know the truth. Bill is awful. He's an awful man. He doesn't care about toxic waste or anything.
That's right. Now you understand. Now you really understand him. And I want you, Wendy, I want you to go to him. I want you to go to him and tell him what he's done.
I shouldn't I?
You must. You must.
I want to.
You have to.
I have to.
You have to tell him that he can't walk all over you like that. That's the only way you're ever gonna feel any better.
I will. I will tell him all.
And the child shall lead them.
Carl, no disrespect meant, but why have you never told him any of these things?
You can only tell him these things in the first year.
Really?
Definitely. After that, you'll be stuck like I am, trapped into acquiescence.
Well, that's not going to happen to me. I'm going to tell him off. Thanks, Mr. Shub. You've given me strength.
I exist to serve.
Hi, you show over, Woody?
Yeah, just finished.
I'll wait for Bittinger in here.
Okay. Fabulous show, huh?
I didn't think so.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Want to make something out of it?
No. Not necessarily.
Good. Because I wouldn't want you to get hurt, Woody. Yeah, you better clear out of here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Are you hurt?
No, I'm okay.
Here, let me help.
Don't lift me.
Look, I'm really sorry.
It's all right. I know you didn't do it on purpose.
Actually, I did. I thought you were Bill. I want to knock Bill down.
For what he did to the toxic waste guy?
Dr. Sigourney, yes.
You mad at me, too?
Actually, yes, I was in the booth, but now you've been punished enough.
Thanks, Wendy. I'm glad you feel that way. Come on.
Oh. Every morning, I wake up in my little apartment and I look in the mirror and I say, Wendy, get out there and you educate and entertain the people of Buffalo. I mean, if I do my job right, then the people will be so much better off.
Honey, and they are.
You really think so?
I know so.
I care. I care. I care so much about the people and about making the world a better place. And me, Wendy, I have this chance to help them and not to be a failure. My father thought that I would be a failure because of how tall I am and everything.
You're not a failure. You're one of the most successful tall people I've ever met.
Bill knew how much this meant to me today. I can never like him again now.
Sure you can.
No, I can't.
Wendy, I like Bill. I do. I care about him. I even love him sometimes.
Oh, yeah? Well, I hate him. I hate him, and I'm going to tell him how much I hate him.
You can tell him that. He's not going to say he's sorry. And he'll never admit that he's wrong.
You think you know him so well? You think you know me so well? I think maybe you're not as smart as you thought you were.
Oh, want to punch me? Come on, you can do it harder than that. Feel better?
Yeah. Oh. I'm still mad at him.
Tell him. Tell him how you feel. Maybe I'm wrong, you know. Maybe he's changing. Good luck, Wendy.
Thanks. Thanks, Jojo. I know you were just trying to help me, really. But let's not hit each other anymore, okay?
I think that's a good idea. Because definitely you're one of the strongest tall people I've ever met.
Hi, Wendy. How you doing?
I want to talk to you.
Huh?
I'm very mad at you. You really hurt me the way you treated Dr. Sigourney.
Who, baby?
The toxic waste guy.
Oh, the toxic guy. Oh, baby, he's a stiff.
He is not. He's a great man. You made a mockery out of the whole thing.
Well, if I did, and I disappointed you, that hurts me very much.
Tell me that you were wrong.
Well, I feel like you think I was wrong, and that makes me feel very bad for you.
No. I want an apology.
Wendy, please, apologies are a dime a dozen.
I only need one. Let's see, that would be less than a penny.
You're so cute. Adorable, you know. Tell me, what can I do to take the hurt away, okay? Including the big sacrifice. Hmm? Oh, honey, listen, I love you. I wouldn't hurt you. Not for anything in the world. I'll tell you something else, Wendy. You're important. Buffalo needs you. I need you. I couldn't do this show without you.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's very interesting, and we'll be right back after these messages, so stay tuned.
And we're in the commercial. Good segment.
Jojo. Listen, tell Wendy she did a great job with the questions on that last segment, the one before, okay?
He rewrote them all. All the questions were his.
Is she blushing? Cute little research assistant we have up there, just...
No, Bill, she isn't blushing.
I wrote good questions. He just threw them out.
What'd she say, thank you, Bill, or... Painfully shy. Cute as a button.
Are you saying thank you, Bill?
Do I have to?
It's up to you, honey.
Put her on the mic a minute. It's embarrassing.
Can't do that, Bill. We're on in 20 seconds.
Did she hear the compliment?
Don't say it, Wendy. Keep them dangling.
And in 10 seconds.
Thank you, Bill, for the compliment.
Okay, honey.
Why'd you go and say it, Wendy?
I figured he needed it more than I did.
This doesn't make any sense.
She had it right there in the palm of her hand. All she had to do was